Well, welcome to our kitchen. Gin and I love sharing with people around this table, and so it's great to be able to share with you today. And welcome too from my 12-week self-isolation haircut designed to go the full distance. David's invited me to reflect with you for just a few moments, maybe as the voice of the over 70s in self-isolation, about how I'm feeling and what I'm thinking at the moment. So how am I feeling? Well, I'm pretty concerned, to be honest, certainly anxious and maybe even fearful. You know, I guess when this all kicked off, I was in a sort of gung-ho, I'm not going to let this get to me, I'm going to carry on as usual sort of mood. But as time has gone on, the reality of it all has begun to sink in. I'm a bit worried for myself, yes, but maybe even more worried for my wife Jean and our daughter, because both of them fit that rather chilling phrase, people with underlying health issues. So I'm not denying it, it is a worrying time. So what am I looking for? And the first word that comes to my mind is I'm probably looking for a bit of comfort, actually. So I like the Psalms. They're all about people telling God exactly what's going on inside them. Good or bad, happy or angry, full of faith or full of fear. They know that the presence of God is a safe place to be honest and real about themselves and with God. I guess left to myself, I'm a bit of a glass half empty sort of person in all honesty. So yes, I'm turning to God for comfort in these days. And all those things I've sung about down the years, all those promises in the Bible I've read about and maybe even preached about, I'm now having to relive and retrust for myself, maybe in a new and unexpected way. And one of my favourite worship songs is Cornerstone. I'm not going to add to your pain by singing it to you, but you know how it goes. Christ alone, cornerstone, weak made strong in the Saviour's love. Through the storm, he is Lord, Lord of all. I must have sung this hundreds of times, I guess. But now I find I'm needing to make it real again. And so that's my first word for me. It's comfort. I'm finding I need to learn how to lean in on the presence of God and make myself take comfort in the love and presence of my Father. So I'm accepting comfort, while trying to stay off the comfort food more than I can. And I've been interested to see that of all the things that people are writing and saying about this present time, there's a lot of it going on out there. Several people have turned to this verse from 2 Corinthians. It's chapter 1 and verses 3 and 4. Praise be to the God and Father of our Lord Jesus Christ, the Father of compassion and the God of all comfort, who comforts us in all our troubles, so that we can comfort those in any trouble with the comfort we ourselves have received from God. I've always liked that verse, but I keep coming back to it now. These are worrying times, and as a grown-up boy, I freely admit that sometimes I need to lean again on the comfort and security that comes in times of these changes, that comes from God himself. God remains the Father of compassion and the God of all comfort, whatever is going on around me. But another one of the reasons I like this verse is because of the idea that I don't get to keep God's comfort just to myself. The whole idea that as I know God's comfort, so I'm set free to share God's comfort. So that's my second word. How do I show care to others in this present time? Now, I've done the Sunday, the Sainsbury's early morning happy hour for geriatric shoppers. And you know, as I look at that experience, I know even for myself how easy the icy fingers of self-interest can clutch and curl around my soul. How do I get to the loo rolls first without appearing to be running? What do you mean? I always walk this fast. Of course. So the challenge for me during these times is how in my soul and spirit I move from me and mine, even beyond our and ours, to get to you and yours and love my neighbour. I'm privileged to live in a fantastic community around here. The neighbours are fantastic. We're all emailing each other every time anybody gets a delivery slot. We're trying to share it out, and shopping is being done and all that sort of stuff. And it's a real tremendous opportunity to show care in new ways. And I know we're really working this as a church. Take a look at our website. But I know I need to work at it personally too. But there's another challenge for me in this verse too. And it's maybe just for me, but I guess I'm pretty self-sufficient in many ways. So the challenge is this: am I willing to receive comfort? Am I willing to receive care as much as I'm willing to offer them to other people? Being willing to ask for help and even more receive help has always been a bit of a struggle for me. And maybe that's something that I need to work at, and something that's going on for me with God in these exceptional times. Who ever thought that phrase, self-isolation, would now be in such common currency? Now, obviously, you know, we've got to all do the physical separation thing. That's essential and goes without saying. We're all trying to follow the advice. Gina and I try to do a walk at least once a day, but are really strong on the social distancing if we meet anybody else on that walk. We're not taking post and deliveries into the home without debugging them first, wearing gloves. We're keeping busy, catching up on reading and some of the jobs that somehow we've never got round to before. And I like the fact that I've got government permission not to have to look after the grandchildren. But all that is the isolation bit. And yet my feeling is that we actually need to reach out to others and let others reach out to us, if not more than ever at this present time. I don't think the word isolation is recognised in the Bible as a description of Christians. I don't think there is such a thing as an isolated Christian. So if I get to my final word, or at least it's a pair of words, it's this: it's courage and creativity. Now, these present times have often been described as a crisis. And maybe we've all heard in the past that the Chinese use the same word, crisis, to describe both difficulty and opportunity. And what they mean to say, I guess, is this, that in every crisis there is an opportunity. And the word crisis, you may also know, comes from the Greek to separate and to sift, which means to pass judgment, to keep only what is worthwhile. And this is an opportunity in every crisis, and in deeper the crisis, to find new opportunity and to take better opportunities. So do I have the courage to try something new? maybe even little things. I'm already improving my IT skills. I can't be in the same room with people, but I can still meet with them face to face through the wonders of Zoom and Microsoft Teams, which I've never discovered before, but I'm now enjoying. Of course I'm missing church services, and of course I'm missing a wonderful home group. But I'm discovering that other people can still help me keep close to God. I know several people are already using the Lectio 365 app for daily meditation and worship. I find it really helpful. The good old C of E has just made available free of charge its Time to Pray app, and again that gives a liturgical structure for a daily time of prayer and reflection. So I'm asking myself what creative courage looks like for myself, and also maybe for our church, both locally and nationally, maybe internationally. And actually I'm quite excited by what could come out of this time. As you know, many churches used social media last Sunday. Check out what David excellently put on YouTube. It's on the church website still. And lots of churches did similar things, so that it turns out from the statistics available at the moment that many more people went to cyber church last Sunday than ever go to physical church on a usual Sunday. A time of opportunity for us all. And I think particularly for me, this time could take me back to thinking on what really matters for me, and what really matters for my faith, and what really matters for me in my attitude to other people. And what a fantastic opportunity to build for the future. And someone said to me, act in a way that when you look back on this time, when it's all over, you'll know that you used it and not wasted it. You'll feel good about the way that you used this particular time. So here's what I'm asking myself. How do I make this time a time of opportunity? Maybe for myself, maybe with others also. What does creative courage look like for me? And I know lots of people have been talking a bit about, well, they're feeling slightly imprisoned, maybe even imprisoned at home at the moment. Well, it so happens a few weeks ago, I was in prison. I was visiting Robben Island in South Africa. That's the prison where Nelson Mandela and the other political prisoners were held for many long years. It was a tough place. It killed bodies and broke the spirits. I don't know if it works, but here's a photo of the actual cell that Mandela was kept in for many years. I think my IT skills need a bit more work. Is that any better? I can only check afterwards. But the point is this, that out of that prison, as you know, came a new spirit of freedom and hope, which actually transformed the nation. So if I feel imprisoned at the moment, where will I find a new freedom and a new hope? What will I want to bring with me when the time comes to walk free? Coronavirus begins with a C, but also do comfort, care, courage, and creativity. Hey, all the points begin with the same letter. Maybe I should take up preaching. Here's Cornerstone. I'm on my own. I may even sing along. God bless. Take care.
hope is built on nothing less than Jesus' blood and righteousness. I did not trust the sweetest friend, but wholly trust in Jesus' name. So when darkness seems to hide His face, I rest on His unchanging grace. In every high and stormy gale, my anchor holds within the veil. Christ alone, cornerstone, weak made strong in the Savior's love. Through the storm, He is Lord, Lord our Lord. Sound. Oh, may I then in Him be found, dressed in His righteousness alone, faultless stand before the throne.